So this is a theoretical exercise in Icarus getting his wings burnt off by the sun. It would be running the low dose test to get your estrogen where it needs to be. And then you have to run your Masteron to fill in the gaps of your anabolic. Once you're anabolic, but you want to make sure you have anti-catabolic effects, you could use as little as 5 to 10 milligrams of DECA. And then if you want more of a collagen effect, you could increase the DECA and try to mitigate that with more Masteron. And you might get brain damage from having too much DECA. You could mitigate the brain damage by using EQ, but you wouldn't get the anti-cortisol effect. You would just get the collagen synthesis, and you'd have kidney damage. So the trick would be to use just the right amount, which is different for every motherfucker. There is no starting dose other than the lowest amount, which is like 10 milligrams. If you balance the EQ with the DECA to get up to a total of 30 milligrams a day, and we can keep the DECA under the dangerous threshold of 10 a day, you're like, wait a minute, that's only 70 a week. That's not dangerous. Well, that's what the science says. If you don't believe in science, that's cool. I'm just telling you the reality of it. You could get away with no brain damage with more DECA. You could get away with no kidney damage with EQ. But to play it the safest, 20 milligrams of EQ, 10 milligrams of DECA is still just under the threshold for brain damage. It's way over the threshold for anti-cortisol effects, and then it contributes to the EQ to hit the maximum collagen synthesis threshold without being enough to really damage the kidneys. The amount that the EQ turns down the estrogen is probably going to be canceled out by the amount that the DECA increases the sensitivity of the estrogen receptors. And if for any reason, if you need to modulate your estrogen, you could turn down your test or turn up your EQ. But if you turn down your test, your DHT goes down. If you turn your EQ up, your DHT goes up. So it needs to balance it. EQ is an aromatase inhibitor. The aromatase inhibitor prevents the testosterone converting to estrogen, which means more of it has to convert to DHT because it has to turn into something. So you got 5 drugs now. You got GH, test, the only 2 you need, then Masteron, EQ, and DECA. That makes 5. The 6th one, the Soul Stone, is when you